All right, this is our first experiment of the Heads Up video blog podcast. I'm here with Pete MacKenzie.
Howdy.
So we're gonna play a little Heads Up poker. We're gonna go through some sample questions, and we'll go from there to see how it goes. We have some liquid encouragement here from Smoky Quartz Distillery in Seabrook, New Hampshire, which we definitely recommend that you guys go out and check them out. So what it is we're starting with 8,000 chips. We're going to be doing 8-minute blinds. As we go along, I'll be asking Peter some questions on a variety of different topics, mainly about free poker, Tavernites. We are good to go. We're using the Tavernites blind structure, where we will start off with a 100, 200.
And the blinds have started. I'm in for one.
Yes. And for anybody that knows Pete likes to take his time at the table.
Yeah.
So we could be here for a while on the first hand.
I tend to play a little slow, but I'm going to raise this one up to, I'm going to raise it to 5.
All right. It's the first hand, Pete. I can't let you just take the first hand. I will call you. So Pete, how long have you been playing poker?
Poker or
Cards.
Texas Hold'em?
We'll still need to keep the game going too.
Yeah, I don't walk and chew gum very well, so we'll see how this plays out. I started playing when I was just a kid, elementary school. My dad taught me how to play draw poker, and I played very early in life.
Draw poker meaning like
5-card draw.
Gotcha.
You know, you get 5 cards, throw away 2, 3, whatever, and make your best hand. So he taught both my brothers and I how to play, and all 3 of us have played for a pretty long time.
So it's been a while.
Oh yeah, pretty much all my life. Like I said, it's one of those things. We'll go to 7.
Oh, we'll show you the cards. You're not gonna like showing the cards, are you? I will call.
Just so you can save. Oh, let's go to 16.
I will call 16.
I'll go another 16.
Could be quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all in.
Oh my lord, he's all in. What is it? His turn to have 3 jacks? I'm not buying 3 jacks. All in. I'll call.
Straight.
Oh, I didn't even see that there. I had top 2. I got top 2.
Pete has a hard time believing anybody.
I don't trust people. Take your chips and shut up.
So why'd you stop playing free poker?
I'm not originally from New Hampshire. I'm originally from Massachusetts. I'm going to check. And when I moved up here with my wife-to-be, I was sort of on my own. I didn't have a whole lot of friends, so we just, I hung out here for the most part and watched TV and drank a little too much. 6.
Curious what you hit. You got the 6?
No, I got 3 queens.
Oh Jesus!
So I got a little money.
Yeah, very little bit of your.
Yeah, I got a little back. Hey, I got to grind away. At the time, my when I moved up, Virginia and I were seeing each other. We got this place, and I got sick about 10, almost 11 years ago. And after my surgeries, I did nothing. I sat around the house, and I drove everybody crazy. And I got a flyer from Shooters.
In Exeter? Shooters Pub?
Shooters Pub in Exeter, one of our taverns. And they're advertising free poker. So I went out and I played some free poker. I'm going to raise to 6. And I've been kind of hooked on it ever since. And my wife has cursed me ever since.
And that was what you say, just about 6 years ago?
Almost 7 when you think about it. Actually, it's probably...
So that there is the blinds are up?
12.
I'm all in.
Okay, I'll call.
Crap.
Not flush.
Oh, I got it straight though. So I gotta be honest, it's a little bit harder than I was expecting because all I want to do is just play, but to actually hold a conversation is a little bit more difficult than I had expected.
Oh.
So Virginia plays.
Virginia plays. Virginia gets sick of listening to me talk about how poker went on a given night. So she said, if I'm going to hear about it, I may as well play. And she needed to put faces to the people I played with, so she started showing up and playing. And she put to Brian, and Brian taught her a few little tricks and certain things to do and not to do, and she liked that a whole lot more than my just taking her chips. So she actually, her game improved.
So who's better, you or the missus? She's not gonna. I'm sure she's not gonna go through and check out the video, so you're safe.
Who's? I think on any given night she can beat me. I think overall, I'm probably a better player. She doesn't take chances. I'm gonna lay this one down again.
Two different styles.
Yeah, she's
patient.
She's
Plays premium cards.
She plays premium hands. She's a counter player. She'll wait till she thinks she can get you trapped, and she'll sucker you in. She doesn't really.
You like the races.
I like the races. I like to get people to put enough money in the pot to make it worth my while to go after them, and I'll check.
Which the races you can live or die quickly.
Absolutely.
By them. 15.
I'll call it 15. I don't think he's got 3 kings. And I think if he had a pair of kings on the flop, he would have bet it. So I'm going to call it 21.
Pete's not very good at reading people.
You're an ass.
You're a seasoned champion.
Yep. Season 3 championship of the TTP.
That's the TTP championship. That's where the winner gets to go to Foxwoods.
I remember playing that tournament and never really having a real big stack. Going going forward until we got to like 2 tables, and then I got hot. I just, it seemed like every time I saw a flop, I hit it, and I was able.
Definitely makes the game go easier that way.
Well,
doesn't
it does, but I mean, you have to know who you're in the hand with and what they're willing to play, so that you don't make a stupid move.
Yeah.
Which I make a lot of stupid moves.
Biggest difference between Foxwoods and a Tavernites event?
The money. I mean, the difference is that you are playing for real cash, and I mean you're putting your real cash in there. I'll take it.
All right, plans are up. So what about the play? You think there's considerable difference between the play?
I think in some cases, yeah, there is considerable difference. I think the big thing to look at there is you have the where we at 1, 2?
Yeah, button slides.
Button slides. I think you have, with the professionals that come in and play, the level of play is higher. That's not to say you don't. Oh shit, that's right. I think the level of play is higher. I don't think the style of play necessarily is any different. The guys who play in our Tavernites leagues can go in there and win any tournament that they play in down there. If they play their games, if they stick to their games. I don't think my game would be where it is now if I hadn't played with TaverntainmenT.
Because we just got back last week from the Foxwoods trip where we brought in Rich Mormon, our latest TTP champion, and the TTP champion before that was Paul DeBlois. We brought them both into the $400 event, number 5, I think, for the Foxwoods Poker Classic.
Yeah, which Rich played in for 8 or 9 hours. Rich ground away, didn't he?
6.
6?
6. So, and he was the lone survivor. He outlasted everyone else. The biggest difference also when you get into that tournament, or most any tournament that is for cash, is they do antes, and TaverntainmenT does not do any antes, which Pete and I have spoken about it, and we may end up trying to do a couple of things, but antes changes the game considerably. It makes it a whole different game.
It does. I mean, it's something that you have to account for, because it means that each time around the table you're losing anywhere between 500 and 1,000 in chips. One of my favorite hands.
His favorite hand, and he lost with it.
No, flush. Yahtzee!
Why would you recommend people coming to play free poker?
Work on your game. I was always playing instinctually. I didn't understand how to bet. Why, you should make a pot-sized bet, or why you should defend a blind, or why you should do something else. It was just, you look at your hand, and if you liked your hand, you bet. Now I know more about how to play position. I learned how to bet. I learned how a board is textured, whether, and by texture I mean, you got to look at the board and see, is it suited? Is it all face cards? Is it all over the place? I mean, what is it going to give somebody else in their hand?
Flush draw, straight draw.
Exactly.
Boat.
So, before, I never paid as close of attention to that. And now it's one of the first things that goes through my mind is like, okay, I know what I got. What is somebody else at the table going to have? You know, you can play online all you want, but until you're playing face to face against other people and getting a feel for what they're doing and any idiosyncrasies they may have, you're really not learning to play poker. I mean, that's the thing. This is where you learn how to play poker. You learn how to play Texas Hold'em. You sit there and you can take it as seriously or as unseriously as you want. But if you want to improve your game, this is the way to do it. You sit down, you play, you watch, you bet, you hopefully win a few, and you take the opportunities that present themselves.
Poker room, whether it's at Foxwoods or whether it's at somebody's house.
Honestly, when I started, I knew no one up in New Hampshire. My cousin was over in Londonderry. That was it. And
the reason he's mad at that is because I kicked his ass. We
Yeah.
kind of kept that quiet. But
yeah, but I didn't know anybody, and so I was. You know, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I don't think we ever finished the thought, but the idea was, you know, my wife wanted me to go out and meet people so that I wasn't as out of my mind, bored, and, you know, lonely. And I ended up meeting this guy and half a dozen other people who I now consider my friends. But it's one of those things that, you know, once you start doing this, it's like it's just a way to get together and do other things. I mean, this is like the first step. You've now stepped into the new world, and let's see where this takes you. And then one day you realize that, wow, I got these folks that I hang out with, and it all started from a postcard that I got in the mail saying, "Come to free poker and shooters." So
the thing that's nice about also a free poker league in a bar or restaurant is that it's just that. It's a bar, it's a restaurant. So the majority of people feel more comfortable going into a bar or restaurant than going into a poker room. So you that kind of intimidation factor is much, much less. Another gentleman that plays with us, Paul DeBlois, he actually came and sat for about 3 weeks before he actually came and participated. He just wanted to see what it was about. And actually, Paul was season 9, or TTP champion number 9, who just got back from Foxwoods. So his game has improved. So, you know, all that being said, essentially what that means is, you know, come and check us out and see how you do. Come and say hello to Peter. Peter's also one of our TEDs, our Tavernites event directors, and he will gladly welcome you. And you know, and just come on down. Hopefully, we'll see you at one of the tables. Thank you.